Football spent years begging for its next superstar quarterback. More personality, more swagger, more stars big enough to carry the league into the future. Then Caleb Williams showed up, and football immediately started looking for reasons to turn on him. Not because he failed, not because he couldn't play, because he didn't look like the quarterbacks football was comfortable with. Too emotional, too confident, too visible, too different. And now the Chicago Bears are risking their entire future on the one quarterback football still can't decide if it actually wants to accept. Because if Caleb Williams works, football changes with him. But if he fails, the league will say they were right about him the entire time. And that pressure is becoming enormous. For years, football has accepted swagger from almost every position. Wide receivers celebrate, corners talk trash, pass rushers become brands. But quarterbacks? Quarterbacks are still expected to feel manufactured, careful, controlled, corporate. The second a quarterback starts showing too much personality, football starts trying to humble him. And Caleb Williams walked directly into that culture storm. The painted nails, the emotion, the confidence, the spotlight. Every little thing became debate. And the scary part? You could actually watch the shift happen in real time. At first, Caleb Williams felt exciting. Then slowly, he became exhausting to people. Every interview got analyzed. Every emotion became criticism. Every confident moment became another reason to question him. Not because he was losing, because football had already decided he was too much. And once fans start seeing a quarterback that way, they stop watching fairly. Not because football hates attention. Football loves attention. It just wants quarterbacks to look traditional while getting it. And Caleb never really fit that image. That's why reactions to him always felt louder than reactions to other stars. Because this stopped being about football early. It became about comfort, about what people think a franchise quarterback is supposed to act like. And now Caleb enters one of the most dangerous situations in football, Chicago, a city desperately waiting for its quarterback savior. The Bears have spent decades searching for this guy. Decades. Different coaches, different systems, different rebuilds, different future franchise quarterbacks. And almost every time, it collapsed. Because Chicago doesn't just destroy seasons. Chicago destroys quarterbacks. The pressure gets louder, the media gets harsher, the hope turns toxic fast. And Bears fans have heard this story before. This is the guy. This time is different. This quarterback changes everything. Then something breaks. That's what makes this situation feel dangerous, because Caleb Williams isn't entering stability. He's entering one of football's biggest graveyards. But this time feels different, because Chicago isn't easing him into the future. They're building everything around him right now. New weapons, new expectations, new pressure, new hope. The Bears aren't quietly rebuilding anymore. They're making a statement. They believe Caleb Williams can become the player that changes the entire direction of the franchise. And honestly, the flashes are terrifying. The arm talent, the creativity, the off-platform throws, the improvisation. Sometimes Caleb Williams doesn't look like a normal quarterback. He looks like football's next evolution. But evolution makes people uncomfortable, especially in football. And the scary part? Football always reacts like this before the game changes. People said Patrick Mahomes played quarterback wrong. Too reckless, too creative, too different. Now the entire league is searching for the next Mahomes. Josh Allen heard similar things early too. So did Lamar Jackson. Different quarterbacks, different criticisms, but the same underlying fear. What if football's future doesn't look like its past anymore? And Caleb Williams might represent that fear more than anyone. Because if he succeeds his way, football loses control of what the perfect quarterback is supposed to look like. That's why this season feels massive, not just for Chicago, for Caleb himself. Because eventually, every quarterback reaches the moment where hype disappears, and football finally finds out whether the myth was real. And this could be the year Caleb Williams finally materializes into something terrifying. Not hype, not potential, not controversy. A superstar. But if that happens, football may have to admit something it's uncomfortable admitting. Maybe the problem was never Caleb Williams. Maybe football just struggles to accept quarterbacks who don't fit the old image of what greatness is supposed to look like. Because football resists evolution first, then imitates it later. And if Caleb Williams wins in Chicago, the villain story disappears fast. Because football forgives almost everything when the quarterback starts winning.